Welcome to episode 100 of G. Hallery's Beer Reviews. I finally made it, 100 episodes. It's been a long slog. I know there's been a few breaks in between, but I'm finally here. It's been a while, and I've been trying to decide what I'll do for my 100th beer review. There was many suggestions and some recommendations, and I couldn't really put my finger on what I wanted to do. So, to be honest, I just come across this today. It's quite a popular beer. As you can see, it's the Newcastle Brown Ale. A lot of people know about this, but I just saw it and I thought, I felt like one of them. I thought, oh, why not? It's as good as any other beer, so I'll give it a go. So here I am, 100. Thanks for sticking by me. I appreciate all your views and comments. It's always nice to see that people gain something from what I recommend or what I experience. As I said earlier in my other videos, I'm nothing special. I just give my own opinion, and if that helps someone else pick out a good beer, that's what it's all about. So as mentioned, today for number 100, the one and only, as it says on the label here, trying to get that, Newcastle Brown Ale. So it says it's imported from England. It's quite a popular beer. It's well known. You can get it around in most places, particularly like your specialty bottle shops. It definitely would be there. So in the back here, it's imported to a number of countries because there's a lot of languages here. The ingredients, though, in English is water, malted barley, glucose syrup, wheat, caramel, hops, and carbon dioxide. So they actually, excuse me, they obviously put some carbon dioxide in here to give it some carbonation. It comes in a 330 milliliter bottle at 4.7% alcohol by volume. So that's about it. Well, that's about all I can tell you about this beer so far, but let's crack it up and see how we go. All right. Now for the pour. It smells good though. Now for the pour. Now as you see, these come in a clear bottle. So it's always a little bit worrying when you see that, like how it's been transported and the like. You wonder whether it'll be skunked. Being a darker beer, it could probably withhold a little bit more in getting abused, if you want to use that term. But yeah, it's still in a clear bottle, so it probably has the possibility of getting too much sunlight and causing it to skunk a little bit. But it smells alright. I don't think that's the case with this one. I'll just get the rest of that in here. Very close. There we go. Okay. All right, now for the appearance. As you can see, it's a very dark ruby color. I'm just holding it up to the light outside there through the back door, and it's pretty much copper. You'd describe it as a copper red color. Out of the light, it's obviously a bit darker, but it's still got that very nice copper looking color. Looks awesome. As for the head, just probably a finger and a half of head. The head itself is pretty thickly held together. It's not a thin head. It seems to be holding fairly well, and it'd probably be an off-white color if I could describe it that way. Now for the smell. Yeah, well, straight up I'm picking up the malts. Very sweet smell. As I said with the ingredients, there's obviously malted barley in here. A little bit wheaty. But then again, maybe because I've read this on the back, it smells very sweet. Very sweet, like I'm picking up the glucose. It smells a bit sugary. But not in a bad way, not at all. It smells very inviting. All right. Well, enough smelling and looking. Let's go for the taste test. Cheers. Well, up front, I'm not getting as much as I would have expected. I'm getting definitely the malted barley taste. I'm getting the sweetness obviously from the syrup and the sugars. But I'm not getting much bitterness. And from an ale, here or there, it depends what type of the ale is. Like sometimes some are more bitter than others, but you'd normally expect that. And I'm not getting a lot of that. It's actually a lot thinner and a lot less robust than I expected it to be, but I'll give it another go. Oh, excuse me. Carbonated, moderately, but that one got me there. Yeah, it's actually very different to what I expected it to be. I thought it would be knock your socks off sort of brew. Yeah, as I said, I've never had it before. I've had similar styles of this, but yeah, it's not too bad. It's just not as good as I expected it to be. I'll give it one more sip and I'll give it a score. Sorry, my phone's ringing. Yeah, was a distraction. The bitterness as I drink it now is coming through a little bit more, which is good. But it seems like all the flavor profiles are there, but they're just turned down a little bit. Whether that's done for a mass market thing, I'm not so sure. But yeah, it's a bit of a shame because it's just turned down slightly. But overall, it's not too bad of a beer. So in saying that, what do I give the Newcastle Brown Ale, the one and only, as they say? I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's half reasonable, but it's not as good as some other beers of this style. Not at all. But anyway, it's worth a drink anyway, and I'm not going to tip it down the sink. Trust me, it's not that bad. It's all right. But thanks for watching another G Haller beer review. Thanks for sticking by me. I appreciate all your views and comments. As I said, it's really nice to see people watching my videos. I've hit 100. I'm going to try and get more out. It's very hard, but I'll do as many as I can. But I really appreciate you watching my videos, and thanks again. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.